The great sport of table tennis here in Frankfurt. Let's get it underway.
Love, 1.
Well, Fraser, I'm going to ask you the question that lots of people have been asking, which is how does the more experienced man here, Simon Gauzy, finally get the win?
It's a great question. I think Felix Lebrun is on top of almost every ball with impeccable timing. Gauzy, someone who excels in the rally. I mean, one of the greatest entertainers we've ever seen. I think Gauzy has to try and test the in and out footwork of Felix Lebrun. And just attack every attackable ball. I mean, Felix is a little bit passive at times with the forehand. Sometimes he took it slightly too late and wasn't great at playing it out the middle, but he's improved with that. So for me, it's hard to answer what he should do against Felix.
5, 1.
That was close. Relief there for Gauzy as he gets something on the board.
Bit of role reversal there with Felix Lebrun going back. We usually see more of that from Simon.
5.
Couple of good points from Simon Gauzy. If people are jumping in here and perhaps didn't witness Montpellier, didn't see that incredible atmosphere when he won in front of his home crowd, his quite literal home crowd, because that's the city he calls home. What was it like?
It was unforgettable. Gauzy.
Oh, he's done phenomenally there, Gauzy. A brilliant effort, but Lebrun just wouldn't let him off the hook.
Well, to answer your question after this fantastic rally, I mean, the French fans were just incentivized with seeing the Lebruns. The French women as well, who'd won a bronze at the World Teams in Busan. And I just think it was the best atmosphere I've ever seen at a World Table Tennis event. I mean, you get more fans, of course, in China. But the celebrations of the fans, tooting their horns, literally leaping up and down, it was crazy, crazy.
And now the tough job that the teenager has is to keep being that player.
That's right, it's going to be harder for him to maintain that than what it was to shock and make a wave in the world of table tennis as he has.
Much unfortunate on Gauzy as the first game points are registered, 7 of them. Well, that is a dominant start from Felix Lebrun.
Love, 1.
This is his serve at the start of the game there, Felix, but yeah, just turned 18 after the Olympics.
1 all.
Which is crazy. He still feels like he has so much to prove. So much to prove.
1. Isn't there a lot to be said for always feeling like you want to keep getting a little better and keep proving yourself?
Absolutely. A lot of people aspire to be athletes, but they wouldn't like to put in the work that it takes. And trust me, these athletes probably aren't as happy about their level as fans are. Never been satisfied it's a curse, but it's a blessing in terms of the success that you end up having.
Well, Simon Gauzy not having much joy with his serve so far, not having much joy full stop, is he? I mean, that's unplayable.
Wasn't a bad receive at all, but Felix with the forehand, it's so much better than what it was this time last year. I mean, he got to the semi-final last time in Frankfurt, lost to the Dragon, Marlon.
2-5.
Because for a pen holder, he is fairly backhand orientated. We saw it Shushin recently retired Penald legend of China, talking about that. But the forehand, now he takes it earlier, he transfers his weight better through it. You see Simon here with a spinny one, managed to get him into that crossover. Nice variation.
5.
The reason why these two have such great matches is because Simon has more of a laissez-faire attitude, more creative. And then you've got Felix, who's just harassing every point.
Case in point there, 6. Exactly.
Gauzy has, I'd say, an underrated backhand. You notice it more in a way because of the fact that he plays it so hard from quite far back. Oh my goodness.
It's a treat, this, isn't it? Lovely match.
It's so refreshing to see the rally just beautifully blossom after the serve receive. They're not looking to rally, that's just testament to the opponent's recovery. Even though Gauzy won the point, I was amazed with how Felix stood in there with the RPB.
6 all.
Sense now that it's really started to get going as a match, that Gauzy has found something of a foothold in it.
A nice run of points from him. Could be a turning point here at the second tie break.
Seven, 6. Seven.
Touch of the net there from Simon Gauzy. This is a must-win game for him, in my opinion. I could not imagine him doing it from 2 down.
He really is in a good little spell at the moment. 6 of the last 8 points.
He's at it again.
Brilliant.
7.
Absolutely brilliant. There was a steely look on his face after that too.
On one knee there, Simon. Just arcing that loop with the backhand, making it so tough for Felix to time his counters. Amazing defence.
Let.
I guess offence,
8,
but
7.
from a defensive position. That's what makes Gauzy so good. He blurs the lines.
7, 9.
And he's got his window of opportunity here.
Oh.
8, 9.
Big point there for Felix Lebrun. Keeps him in touching distance.
Your iPhone 16 needs a mouse case. And here's why. When people get a new iPhone, the first thing they often do is hop on Amazon to grab the cheapest case they like. At first, these cheap poorly made cases might seem like a bargain, but then they end up costing you a fortune, leaving you with a broken phone, a broken heart, and broke. That's what makes mouse different. We spent 10 years and millions of dollars refining our cases. We moved to China, lived in a container, and even slept outside of the Apple store, all to deliver this. Limitless 6.0, our most advanced and protective phone case ever, designed with up to 38 highly engineered parts, AirShock technology that absorbs and spreads out energy, microfiber to protect glass back, and most of all, it's constructed using real materials like walnut and aramid fiber to make your phone as safe and functional as possible. So yes, other phone cases do exist, but after all the research we've done to make ours better, let us know, would you get one or not?
At Waitrose, we never stop asking questions about the food you eat, starting at the source, every source. Where we ask things like, who caught that fish? And can our hens have more room to the hen? And are you being paid fairly? What's your name? Oh, right, okay. Lovely to meet you. So, can our value range also have good values? Well, he seems to think so. And where's the coolest place to age our cheddar? What? Sorry, are we in a cave?
Actually, this is the Wookiee hole.
Very cool indeed. Now, can we make meat-free, flavour-full?
This isn't meat.
Well, that's a yes. And does it really make a difference to hand-stretch dough? Okay, we'll keep hand-stretching our dough, because that looks amazing. When we ask more questions, we get to better answers. Waitrose. Food to feel good about.
Superb. Absolutely superb. The backhand of Simon Gauzy. The propulsion. The way he coils the wrist back. So much kinetic energy. You can feel it just festering before he plays the big bomber backhand.
All of this leads to 2 game points for the 30-year-old. Isn't it fascinating, this sport? That game, unrecognisable from the first.
Meticulous out there. And they can undoubtedly appreciate the French flair. Of table tennis. Oh no! No! That shouldn't be possible. Felix had got him into the middle. How on earth has he managed to play a winner off that?
1,
and then
2.
after having done it, he strolled away as though it was the most routine thing in the world.
You can't teach that. You really can't teach that.
2 all.
I tell you what, this is a stunning way to kick off the evening session.
It's the freedom to explore that it makes me love French table tennis. I mean, Felix Lebrun is a Penhall player. There would have been people, as he was growing up, that might have advised against
2,
that.
3.
Because, you know, you might think, oh, there's limitations, especially with the backhand. Try telling him that. And try telling Dang Cho that, who was the first European to reach the final of a Champions event.
Let 2, 3. 4, 2.
One of the things we haven't really had the chance to talk about here is it's not just the fact that they played each other on a few occasions, but they all know each other so well. He knows them. He's... had to play his own brother on many occasions. He's had to play Simon. He sat there
5,
watching them
2.
play each other. This team knows every trick that the other player has from training sessions.
That's right. How do you even keep a secret when you share the training hall every day?
2, 6.
Felix here, though, is showing his mettle. That time getting Gauzy into the belly button. Nothing Gauzy could do about it that time.
2, 7.
Very interesting, Fraser. We've gone back to a pattern very like the first.
let 2, 7, 7, 3.
It's difficult when you're such a talent like Simon Gauzy. Adriana Diaz, Schulz, Morregard, because they're thinking on wavelengths that the vast majority of players... Oh, wow. Felix,
7,
great recovery off the
4.
edge there, but yeah, they're thinking on wavelengths that most players just don't. So it's difficult when you're a talent to maintain that focus because there's something ever rebellious about their style.
They've both had a couple of difficult recoveries to make. Previous point, Lebrun off the edge of the table, and there, Gauzy off the net called, but Gauzy gets the upper hand. Wins both of those. So it's a little more healthy looking, the scoreboard now. The world number 39.
6.
He's done well here, hasn't he? From 7-2.
It's a nice bit of cash back for him.
7,
Poor old Benedict Duda. The problem is when you get rid of one Lebrun, there's another waiting in the wings. Seven apiece in this third.
8, 7.
Done so well to make it as tight as it is here. Simon.
7, 9.
Felix, having been working with a psychologist as well recently, has got better, you know, with sweeping things under the carpet, resetting.
8.
That's an absolute
9.
essential, isn't it, in any sport? It doesn't matter whether you're playing a sport with a racket, whether you're racing, whether you're part of a team, that ability to switch off from the thing that's just gone wrong and get on with putting it right.
It's only
9,
first to 11.
all.
You cannot afford to take frustration from a previous point into the next. Balanced on the knife edge here.
This is an absolutely huge point. 9-all.
9,
Oh my goodness.
10.
Well, that perhaps is proof of how huge a point it was.
Wow.
Game point to Simon Gauzy.
Let 9, 10.
He's walking on a tightrope here, Felix.
Let 9, 10.
Take a breath, everyone.
10.
Not quite. Not quite.
He tried to strike it when the iron was hot there, Simon. He does make those, but that time just missed by a cat's whisker.
11,
And
10.
the pendulum makes its way into the direction of Felix Lebrun. He now has game point. That's
12,
one of those what-if
10.
moments,
Third game, Lebrun.
and it goes on.
1, love.
It's one of the most beguiling things, isn't it, about the great sport of table tennis. The shortness of games means you've got an opportunity to turn things around fast, but you've also got an opportunity to lose momentum fast.
Love, 2.
With Compare the Market, you can take the guesswork out of applying for a loan. Isn't that right, Otto Sergey?
Love, 3.
Tricky start this for Gauzy. 3
Timeout.
loves down already, and he's just called the timeout.
What a story with the Lebruns.
4, love.
And he continues to put the pressure on Simon Gauzy.
It's like he's kind of had a bit of wind knocked out of his sails, Gauzy.
Oh, this is
5,
just totally
love.
dominant. We're seeing here the brilliance of this young man in taking points away from you so quickly, and you suddenly find, don't you, that you're 5-love down and you've barely done anything.
Even saw a chop bot there from Felix Lebrun. Yeah, he's not nice to play. Very nice to watch, but my God, you just feel suffocated. Difficult to think with clarity against him.
2-5.
It's funny with Felix. I mean, we saw that miss serve. He just miss serves quite regularly compared to a lot of other top 10 players, but that's because of his ambition. He's possessed by it.
6-2.
Subject of missed serves. Yelp of irritation from Simon Gauzy.
6-3.
It's a good recovery point, though.
He had a bigger deficit to close in the last game. He's got to try and think about that, Gauzy. Ooh, interesting.
4-6.
A back-breaking serve. Barely attackable. Felix lost a little bit of focus there as Gauzy managed to sniff it out. The table open.
4-7.
Nonetheless, Felix Lebrun just staying in front by a decent margin.
That was clever to put the ball to the same place twice.
8-4.
Now it's just 3 further points required for the number 3 seed and world number 5, Felix Lebrun. The 2-time Olympic medalist from his home games in Paris.
Let 8-4. 9-4.
And he might be suddenly accelerating quite rapidly towards this win. What would be his 4th
Let
against his own teammate at international level.
5-9.
It's a shame that they had to meet again in the first round of the Champions. He will be referencing that previous game regardless of what happens here. With Gauzy having that game point. Not over here though yet.
Oh,
10,
gosh.
6.
You can barely believe that. What a way for match point to be engineered by Felix Lebrun. That's well saved,
10,
taken nicely
7.
by Simon Gauzy.
A nice tight touch. The retouch from Lebrun was a little bit loose. Oh, Gauzy! Fighting till his last breath here.
Absolutely remarkable. It seemed as though this point was going Lebrun's way, didn't it?
The minor adjustments, the adaptations from Gauzy there.
Well, he's got 2 more match points to deal with. He has ball in hand. But the man who can't stop winning keeps on winning.
Fourth game.
Felix Lebrun.